Good evening. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Can I have everyone's attention, please? Good evening. Thank you for coming. Is the mic good? Okay. All right. They're choosing not to. That's okay. Can I have everyone's attention, please? I got yours. Here we come. Yep. Just tell me. Good evening. I know everyone's so excited. Can I have your attention, please? Oh, there we go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. My name is Karen McCord. I'm Chief of Staff at American Gene Technologies. Yay! Everyone, thank you. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for coming and celebrating with us. We're going to start things off with pure samba.
Well, first, forgive me for being so boring after that. I'm sorry. But good evening. My name's Drew Palin. I'm Chief Business Officer at AGT, and I'm honored to be your MC tonight. We're very pleased you're with us tonight for this very special evening. We have AGT staff, industry leaders, investors from far and wide and online. We're also fortunate to have local dignitaries and elected representatives that we'll soon introduce. An MVP is someone who makes everyone around them better. Jeff Galvin, industry visionary and AGT CEO, is an MVP. Jeff's vision, drive, resilience, and desire to make the world a better place makes all of us better. And today, possible. Here's Jeff Galvin, CEO.
Okay, Drew, I'm going to let your dog go now. Thank you for all those compliments. That's exactly what we discussed. You're a man of your word. Oh, man. Are you excited? Yeah, because I am excited. You know, 15 years ago, I met Roscoe Brady, and he showed me viral vectors. And I just got so excited coming from the computer industry. I know a lot of you have heard this story before, but he was like, showed me something that I believe was the diskette for the organic computer, the human cell, that now we could actually put new software into your DNA. And, you know, coming from the computer industry, I was just like, what can't we cure now? And Roscoe Brady couldn't tell me, you know, anything we couldn't cure. And so this technology that I just happened to see, that happened to give me this long-term vision of amazing things that we would be able to do to improve the human condition, to cure diseases instead of treating them. To treat things that were currently completely untreatable, like, you know, monogenic diseases and things like that. I just couldn't help myself, once I learned about it, to just jump in with both feet. And you know that, unfortunately, my wife's not here because she would tell you, she would testify to this, is that, I risked our retirement to get into this. I went way too deep. I have that crazy congenital defect that comes with entrepreneurialism, right? And that is over-optimism. But it turns out, fast forward 15 years later, hey, I was kind of right. Maybe it took a little longer than I thought, but everything that I believed about gene and cell therapy is coming true. And it's coming true right here at American Gene Technologies, right here in Rockville, Montgomery County, Maryland. And give yourselves a round of applause. You know, I think this is one of the best places on earth to develop the potential of gene and cell therapy. I think I was lucky to find this place. I was the right person at the right time in the right place and the right technology. And good things are set to happen. And we've got a lot of good things that are happening right now. Probably the one you're anticipating is that the data from the phase 1 of the HIV cure, okay, a functional cure for HIV, was fabulous, okay? Number one, safety, right? We know that's the most important thing in a phase 1. 100% safety. You can't do better than that. Not a single serious adverse event. That was tremendous. And the other part of a phase 1, when you're doing gene and cell therapy, the FDA doesn't just let you, but they require you to do the gene and cell therapy in people that have the disease. And there's a good reason for that, because gene and cell therapy is not something that wears off quickly. So if they're going to take the risk, they should at least potentially get some benefit. And so, you know, there are people in that study. We had 7 patients that had HIV, not a single serious adverse event, but you get some efficacy signal as well. And so we also saw that in every single one of these patients, the cells behaved in their body the way that we thought they would. We put cells that we created from their immune cells, we took them out, modified them, put them back in, and those cells were designed to fight HIV. They were designed to persist in the body. They were designed to react to HIV and trigger an entire immune cascade. And even without removing them from their antiretrovirals, we were able to measure that for the phase 1. So we got safety and actually a good dose of efficacy, some really exciting efficacy results. Yeah. And I appreciate the applause, and I think if that was all, just to coin a phrase from the CEO of a company I used to work at, one more thing is we did an analytic treatment interruption. So on top of doing the phase 1, we then took these patients that had our supercells in their body, and we wondered, okay, there's not many of them left because it had been a year since they started the study. So, that the body naturally reduces them. But what if we took them off their antiretrovirals? Would there still be some effect? The effect was amazing. So 6 of the patients agreed to go off their antiretrovirals. All 6 of them showed what could be considered an effective immune response, a normal immune response to HIV. Now, I can't tell you how different that is than normal, right? Because the average person that has HIV that is taking antiretroviral drugs, if they stop taking their drugs, their CD4 cells start going down. You hear about, T cell counts. Well, that's the CD4 cells. They start declining, and then the CD8 cells basically do nothing because the CD4s are supposed to tell the CD8s to attack the virus, and they never get the message because the general of the immune army, the CD4, starts getting depleted right away by HIV. Well, guess what we saw? We saw stable CD4 and CD8s rise. Very atypical, and 6 for 6. Okay, so this is very exciting, but it goes further than that. Well, thank you. Yeah. Anytime you feel like it, go for it. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys share my excitement over the potential of this. I think I've been working 15 years on it, and many people on my team have been here for 5 years or more on this project. Actually, there's one person in the company that's been here almost as long as me. It's been a long road, but yeah, there's a lot to celebrate already. We're not there, okay? We can't say, okay, we've got the cure yet, but what we can say is we're on track. Well, the next thing is this. We looked at the data and we said, they seem to get an improvement in their virus, but, if our cells are working right, then that first attack of the virus from the viral reservoir should stimulate our cells. They should expand like normal immune cells, right? Because what we're trying to do is make a normal immune reaction against HIV, sort of like a cold or the flu or COVID, right? Those CD4 cells that we put in there should expand, and the CD8 should be ready to go, almost like you got a vaccine, right? You see the virus once, you're prepped for the second time it comes. So we asked them, would you take a second ATI? We'll bring you back down on antiretrovirals to 0 again. So you got no virus, and then we want to take you off your antiretrovirals a second time. Well, the 4 of them that agreed to do that, all 4 of them got significant viral suppression and an immediate immune response that was incredibly encouraging, remarkable, hard to explain, besides that something's really different here. Now, we're talking about some of them got viral suppression of 2 logs, okay, 100 times less virus than what they had in the previous treatment withdrawal. That is significant. That is exciting. We measured all of the underlying, immunological data, and we're going to write an article about it this summer, and I hope that's something that's going to set the whole HIV industry on their ear interested in, okay, what's going on here? And we also hope, and I think I feel some confidence in this, that the FDA will let us roll into a phase 2 where we can optimize this same protocol and we can get much further. We actually had some patients that are at very low viral levels now without antiretrovirals. That's the goal. We have to go a little bit further, but I think we can do it. It's all about optimizing the protocol and the dose, and there's how do I explain this? A clear line of sight to the goal line. There's never a guarantee on these things, but there's reason to be excited. So I think that's maybe one more thing to celebrate, if you want, is this is remarkable data that I think scientists will be very excited about. The HIV community certainly will be excited about this, but also medical folks. All right. So the announcement wasn't just the data. The announcement is our plans to put increased rocket fuel behind this project. And the way that we're going to do it is we're taking the HIV project, we're going to spin it out as a separate company, and we're going to look for much bigger funding for it. And we've already taken some steps in that direction. So today we're going to talk about the spin out. And there's some folks right here in the room that I'd like to introduce. They're from 10X, a really fabulous New York investment firm that has tremendous experience in public companies, private company raises, and connections all over Wall Street that are teaming with us for a big raise around just the HIV project, something it desperately needs. I encourage you to meet the 10X guys when you get a chance. They're right up here. Hans, if you could raise your hand. Thanks for your interest in this, and also, the data is what is finally getting us to the point where institutional investors, some big checks, are taking a serious look at this. I think, I've had my head down in this project for so long, and I know many people here probably the same thing, that, we had this just faith and energy to keep going. But I'll tell you, when Wall Street starts looking at you in a positive light, that's an incredible validation of how things are going, because they're really looking at this from a sustainability standpoint. Is the risk and the money that it needs, worth creating a company or worth supporting a company? And that is a whole new thing than just R&D. And I hope that with 10X's help, we're going to get out there and we're going to get that rocket fuel, and we're going to put it into a company that is just focused on HIV, where everybody knows exactly what they're doing every day, and that is getting out there to try to provide a normal life for millions of people that are living with HIV right now. So thank you, Hans and 10X team. So I think I'd be remiss to not also thank all of the people that came to this party today. This is made up of investors that have supported us with their personal funds for years. They believed in this, and they have been, all of the gas in the tank, and their faith and their investments is a big part of what made this possible. Thank you to all of you. I know many of you in the room are investors. We also have an amazing set of advisors. I know some of our advisors are here today. And of course, the public has been incredibly supportive in Montgomery County. It's just everywhere I go, everybody's excited about this project and excited about the future of gene and cell therapy in the company. And that's what makes the company go. And I also got to say that I'm so proud of my team. Nothing happens because you just have a vision, and a dream. It happens because you bring in great people that share that vision, that are interested in that mission, that pour their hearts into this, and that make your dream come true. And that is what I've been blessed with most of all. And I really want to say thank you to all the AGT employees. You come in and you give 110% every day. We're big, we all believe that in this bright future, and you guys are making it happen. So thank you. So HIV in this spin-out may be the first opportunity to deliver on the original mission of lifting people, of reducing suffering, reducing pain and even death from serious human diseases. And this first major step with this kind of data and this kind of commitment to HIV could be the first opportunity to really show that the whole idea behind AGT can really make a difference. And that all of us that are on this mission together, every single person in this room, all the folks that came down here to support it even from the government, that we can really do something for millions of people that are living with HIV. And that might just be the first step in this whole story arc of Montgomery County and gene and cell therapy, and an opportunity to go on to disease after disease after disease. But today, the focus is on HIV. Today, the focus is on our new spin-out company. Today, the whole idea is to set things up in a way where we maximize the chance of success to bring out a new drug that converts people from taking antiretrovirals every single day to never thinking about HIV again, something that millions of people are dreaming about right now. So please join me in welcoming our new company that imagines a world without HIV. Addimune. All right, there it is. Thank you. So I know I went a little long because I love to talk, first of all, and there's a lot to say. But we have some VIPs in the room, in addition to all of the VIPs that are here tonight. So I'd like to welcome them, and some of them have a few words to say about this. First up, Maryland State Senator Brian Feldman. Thanks for coming, Brian.
Okay, well, I'm going to be very brief. Let me first welcome you to Senate District 15, which is the district that I represent here in the state of Maryland. I'm sorry, yeah, there we go. And so I'm here on behalf of the Maryland State Legislature, our House and the Senate, and it's great to be. I'm joined by our newly minted Secretary of Commerce, Anderson. Where is Secretary Anderson here? He just was our new Commerce Secretary, as well as several members of our County Council joining us today. Let me just briefly, and I want to just congratulate Jeff and the whole AGD team on the rollout and the announcement. It's very, very, very excited to be part of it. Very briefly, I would say when I first got elected, the very first bill that I introduced was something called the Biotechnology Investment Tax Credit of Maryland, which was designed in part to attract angel investors for our early stage Maryland biotech companies here. And it was rooted in the idea that this state and this county had tremendous, tremendous upside potential in the life sciences arena, because we have a lot of assets here. We have NIH in the middle of our county. We've got FDA consolidated headquarters. We have NIH grant money going to Johns Hopkins University here in the state of Maryland in greater numbers than even MIT or Stanford. So we have tremendous upside potential. And so with that said, it has been a rocky road. The progress we've made to make Maryland a DNA alley, a DNA valley, has not always been, when we've made those representations, it hasn't always been accurate. But we're now, I think, hitting our groove. And what's happening here tonight with the rollout and what's AGT here in the middle of Rockville, I think is a significant, significant step forward to making that a reality. And so with that said, on behalf of the Maryland General Assembly, Jeff, I'm going to read as follows an official state citation, which is I just spent tremendous political capital to get that here tonight. Be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to American Gene Technologies, Inc. in recognition of their innovative, cutting-edge research and technology, which has contributed to Maryland's success as a global leader in gene therapy, and for launching their new company, Addimune, which will focus on funding a cure for HIV, presented on this day, 9th day of June 2023. Jeff, congratulations on behalf of the Maryland General Assembly.
Thanks. Okay. I really appreciate that. There you go. That's really nice. Can't wait to get it framed. All right. Well, thank you, Brian. Secretary of Commerce, Kevin Anderson, thank you for coming by. Come on up here.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm going to set this down right here and do a little switcheroo. Good evening, everyone. It is an absolute honor and pleasure to be here celebrating with you this evening. I'd like to quickly bring greetings and salutations to Jeff. I think I saw County Executive Elrich, Senator Feldman, Council Members Balcombe, Sales, and Fani Gonzalez. Congratulations, job very well done. We in Maryland, we love to talk about innovation, innovative technology, and innovative solutions. And Maryland is consistently ranked as one of the most innovative states in the nation. We are very, very proud of that because we want the world to know that Maryland is a place where brilliant people can get to work doing what they do best, where the brightest minds can develop the bold new ideas that will shape the future for years to come. And that's why we love companies like American Gene Technologies and the work that you do, Jeff. That's why we're honored to have you here in Maryland and why we're committed to supporting innovation and investment in industries like biotech. And Jeff, you said that if California has Silicon Valley, then Maryland should be called DNA Valley. And we are the epicenter of therapy gene research. I love that. And the proof is right here in front of us. We're seeing the launch of yet another visionary Maryland biotech, Adammune, a company whose focus will be squarely on achieving one of the most desired and yet most elusive medical breakthroughs of the past century, a cure for HIV. The impact of such a cure would have on our world is probably incalculable. You'll be helping people to get their lives back and restoring hope to patients and families across the globe. We are beyond proud to see you continuing this important research here in Maryland. And as a very small token of our gratitude and respect, I'd like to present this citation on behalf of the Maryland State Government and the Maryland Department of Commerce. I will quickly read. Be it known that on behalf of the citizens of the state of Maryland, in celebration of the official launch of Adammune, in recognition of your dedication in treating and curing HIV, in appreciation for your investment in Maryland's life sciences industry and DNA Valley, and with our sincere best wishes for continued success in the days and years to come, we are pleased to confer upon you this Secretary's citation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thanks. Awesome.
We'll get it later.
I guess you might be stuck with it. It's underneath of it. Nope, don't need it. Thank you.
All right, yeah.
Awesome.
Your speech will be preserved under there for, for posterity. Wow, thank you. And I got to say, that's really kind words. And I think, Maryland's got so many special things that made it possible to do what we're doing here. And there's so much, upside opportunity in the future. I hope that Adammune will go ahead and commercialize a cure for HIV right here in Montgomery County, in Maryland. And really, it's just so appropriate. Brian, you mentioned the Maryland Biotech Investor Incentive Tax Credit. It's a mouthful. We call it MBITC because of that. But that was tremendous. That was huge. It allowed me to raise money. I don't know if people realize that, but we were able to go out all over the country with that program. And basically what it said was that you can invest in AGT, and Maryland will take half the risk. They will send you back half the money that you just invested in this therapeutic development company. Well, Maryland's not exactly New York City or San Francisco or State Street in Boston in terms of risk capital. But guess what? We were kicking butt because of that. we'd go out and people in Silicon Valley were like, what? Maryland's going to give you back half? They stopped thinking about the investment. It was kind of crazy. And they're like, just waiting for their check. So that was pretty great stuff. So thank you, Maryland. Thank you, Montgomery County, for really supporting biotech. I hope this is going to pay off big for everybody here. All right. Well, believe it or not, we still have more people, so I hope you're not getting tired standing up. Marilyn Balcom is Montgomery County Council member. Great to see you. Please come on up. Thank you.
I also want to welcome Council members Lori Ann Sales and Council member Natalie Fanning Gonzalez. And Council member Sales is going to lead us.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and thank you to American Gene Technologies for inviting us to speak here this evening. I would also like to thank the Executive Director and CEO, Jeff Galvin, and the entire leadership team at American Gene Technologies for deciding to launch a new company right here in Montgomery County, Adammune, to continue to develop gene and cell therapy technologies to cure HIV. We are standing in the global epicenter of gene and cell research tonight. Since the National Institutes of Health launched the Human Genome Project in 1986, right down the road, a cluster of cutting-edge technology companies has grown to more than 3,000 biotechnology and life science research and development firms. Along with some of the counties and the country's most prestigious research institutions in this area, they have been leading a gene and cell therapy revolution. So as we celebrate the achievements of American Gene Technologies and the launch of Adammune, I would like to recognize our county's legacy of trailblazing gene therapy with the nickname DNA Valley, to honor our county as a place where businesses are making amazing discoveries and advancing the future of medicine. As a member of the Council's Health and Human Services Committee, and having been named the lead for eliminating disparities in public health, it is a tremendous honor to be here to welcome this company, this innovative company, to Montgomery County's biotech corridor, to the region where science and technology and entrepreneurship will thrive. So without further ado, we're going to read this proclamation.
I also just want to recognize our partners. We have City of Rockville, Cindy Rivard, Rockville Economic Development Corporation, and the Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation. Yep.
And I have to say, I'm Natalie Fanning Gonzalez. I'm a council member and I'm the chair of the Economic Development Committee for the County Council. It's not just about health, which is great, and bringing more jobs, but it's also about quality of life. And the fact that you started this event with samba and salsa tells me that you get it. Loved it. It's about making sure that people work here in Montgomery County, but that they also, have fun. That they also have, great places to entertain, beautiful parks, great schools. It's all that connected that makes Montgomery County such an amazing place, and a place that we are gonna call one day the epicenter of life sciences in the nation. Mark my words, it's gonna happen thanks to you. So with that, we're gonna start the proclamation.
And yes, thank you for putting the A from STEM to STEAM in the arts. So thank you. Okay, on with the proclamation. Whereas American Gene Technologies, AGT, is a global leader in gene therapy, and they are launching a new location in Montgomery County called Adammune, and
whereas ever since the National Institute of Health launched the Human Genome Project in 1986, a cluster of cutting-edge companies has grown to more than 3,000 biotechnology and life sciences research and development firms, and
whereas NIH, along with some of the country's most prestigious research institutions in Maryland, has been leading a gene and cell therapy revolution, and
whereas as we celebrate the achievements of AGT and the launch of Adammune, we acknowledge Montgomery County as a region that contributes significant brain power, innovation, and impact to the field of biotechnology and medicine.
Now therefore be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County hereby recognizes American Gene Technologies as a trailblazing organization that contributes to amazing discoveries in the advancement of the future of medicine, presented on this 9th day of June in the year 2023 by Council members Lorianne Sales and Balcombe and Fanny Gonzalez.
So let's get a photo here.
Thank you so much for all of our representatives, and thank you to Secretary of Commerce Kevin Anderson, Maryland State Senator Brian Feldman, Montgomery County Council members Marilyn Balcombe, Lorianne Sales, and Natalie Fanny Gonzalez. Yeah. Thank you so much. Literally, I couldn't have said it better myself. I mean, those proclamations are fantastic, and I really appreciate your support and all the great work you're doing. It really is something that we're doing together here. You made this environment that made a company like AGT and a company like Adammune possible. You really had a great sense and a great support for biotech, and it's paying off, baby. Thank you. All right. Well, there ends me putting you to sleep, and now let's go back to the exciting part of the program. We got Drew back here again. Thank you.
The party will start in just a second, but I want to state once more, we are committed to finding a cure for HIV. That's why we're here. Today's a result of years of hard work and persistence by our team at AGT. Thank you. And in particular, thank you to all of our supporters and investors. It really takes guts to believe in the possibility of something that does not yet exist. Thank you in particular to Lola and Kathy, who helped plan this party, and the team that helped pull it off. And thank you to Jeff for his unwavering vision and passion to make all of this possible. He's truly a marvel to behold. Now let's get this party started. Samba's coming back. Food and drinks are there. Let's enjoy. Thank you very much.